You feel like you're standing on shifting sands. The world is moving way faster than you can ever keep up. You literally work harder every single day just to stay in place. Every morning brings some new, terrifying headline about a machine replacing you. You just stare at your screen, wondering if the experience you spent decades building is about to become completely worthless in this ruthlessly fast new economy. You're trapped in a silent war. It's this quiet frustration eating away at your daily confidence. You watch a machine threaten your hard-earned professional expertise, and it feels like your entire history is rapidly becoming irrelevant. Well, we've all been sold a dangerous lie for a very long time, thinking the only people who would win are elite engineers with advanced degrees. This false belief kept you on the sidelines, just watching the rules of wealth change completely without you. But honestly, the reality is so much different today. The researchers rarely get the richest. The people actually building the models, they aren't the ones winning yet. The wealth is flowing to those who direct the machine. In fact, some of the highest paid AI directors right now have backgrounds in philosophy and English, not computer science. You absolutely do not need a PhD to touch this technology. You simply need to realize everyday professionals are claiming the top spots by directing these tools, while everyone else just argues about if it's a passing fad. Okay, let's dive into this explainer and reframe things immediately. You have got to stop asking if AI will take your job. That is entirely the wrong question. The right question is, what can you do with it that you simply couldn't do before? As you'll see, this single mental shift changes fear into massive opportunity. You're no longer defending your obsolete position against a robot. Instead, you're actively stepping into a pursuit of total leverage. Every major technological shift creates brand new wealth, but the winners almost never invent the technology. The winners are the ones who apply it. The printing press made publishers rich, not just the guy who invented it. The internet made marketers and store owners rich, not the server engineers. Today, wealth flows directly to the appliers and the talented translators. You stand right between a powerful tool and a human problem, making you the crucial bridge this entire modern economy desperately needs right now. All right, principle one is prompt engineering. You must master the ability to turn clear thinking into words. This isn't some secret tech trick. It's a fundamental communication skill anyone can learn. You just learn to break complex problems into small logical steps. If you've ever managed junior employees, you already have the bones of the skill, proving it's simply a baseline literacy for the modern professional. Now, what's really interesting about this is the stark difference in precision. Precision is literally the only thing separating you from a beginner. While a beginner asks the machine for a basic marketing email, you define the exact target segment and a specific tone. You reference specific objections and include a highly tested call to action. You build this incredibly valuable skill through repetition and intentional practice, making yourself utterly indispensable to any business owner. This brings us to principle two, which is workflow design. You really must learn to look at every repetitive task as a system. This specific skill is going to create more quiet millionaires than any other. And no, you don't need to know traditional coding to do this. You simply need to become an architect of small, highly efficient systems. So what does this actually mean? Workflow design and automation thinking means building small, efficient architectures. You chain together AI tools to run repetitive processes entirely without you. You identify those hidden bottlenecks that just slow down every small business. Designing these workflows completely removes the ceiling on your total output. You start looking at daily operations, things like onboarding clients or sorting emails, and figuring out how to make them leaner, transforming yourself into a one-person powerhouse without writing a single line of code. And this brilliantly illustrates the real opportunity. That massive 80%, that's the boring daily grind you can now automate. You suddenly have the absolute freedom to do the work of an entire department completely alone. 2. Businesses will pay you extremely well to make their operations run this smoothly. You finally stop trading your limited hours for dollars. Instead, you start trading your optimized systems for massive financial leverage. Moving on to principle 3, editorial judgment. You act as the essential quality control layer. Machines can pump out massive volumes of content in just seconds, but let's be honest, they have zero human soul too. They literally cannot sense when a sentence is technically correct but emotionally flat. 1. This is exactly where your human taste becomes your ultimate competitive advantage, allowing you to curate the sheer volume of noise into something that actually resonates deeply. Sameness kills trust. Your taste is the vital bridge between generic output and real, genuine trust. In a world drowning in infinite machine content, honesty is the rarest currency.
You are paid highly to prevent the sameness that kills brands. You read a piece of AI-generated work and you know exactly what to cut. Developing this deep editorial instinct comes from reading widely, valuing rhythm, and protecting the human element at all costs.
Principle 4 is niche AI solutions. This is where you really need to observe the friction. Again, you do not need to be a software developer to create products. Every single small pain point is just a digital tool waiting to exist. The barrier to creating these automated solutions drops significantly lower every single day. You're no longer held back by a lack of technical engineering skills because mastering observation is vastly more profitable than mastering complex computer code. You simply observe the friction happening all around you. You see the everyday problems that engineers are way too busy to ever notice. Bookkeepers waste time categorizing expenses, and teachers spend hours writing individualized feedback. By observing this, you package your deep industry knowledge into a simple automated service, literally turning those specific pain points into passive assets that earn money while you sleep. This completely detaches your income from your daily physical labor. Finally, principle 5 is translating complexity. You become the critical guide for those who are currently drowning in the noise. People are incredibly confused by the dizzying speed of rapid change. They honestly don't know which tools to trust or even how to adapt. This strange paradox of abundant information is making everyday professionals feel utterly overwhelmed. You step into this massive void of confusion and offer absolute clarity, becoming a highly paid translator for terrified businesses. The clear communicator becomes a king. Your immense value lies in explaining technology in simple human language. You help the skeptical professional find their firm footing today. If you can provide a clear map, the entire world will eagerly follow you. You take the scary, complex machine and turn it into actionable, deeply reassuring guidance for the overwhelmed masses, proving that you're sitting on more leverage right now than you even realize. So, the crucial point is, what does all this mean for you? It means your old skills aren't obsolete. They're actually powerful multipliers. The machine richly rewards those with good instincts and patient practice. The technical layer is very shallow, and it's going to change constantly. But your deeper skills of judgment, stubborn curiosity, and the ability to genuinely understand people's problems, those will always compound relentlessly. You are the one who decides what the machines actually do in the end. Here's your exact roadmap moving forward. Combine clear prompting and efficient workflows with your unique human judgment. Use that combo to build niche solutions and translate complexity for others. Don't worship the technology. Just treat it like a craftsman treats a brand new tool. You use patient, deliberate practice until this technology becomes a natural extension of your own two hands, securing your wealth over the next half-decade by focusing on human judgment over raw computing power. You stand at a very brief window of massive historical opportunity, and the wealth will go entirely to those who get radically specific about the actual problems they solve. Is your future defined by the machine or by your courage to use it?